In this video, we will do the fourth chapter from part 1 textbook, which is simple equations. Okay, you have already come across various types of expressions in your lower classes. You know, expressions are made up of two terms and they have variables and a constant term in them. Now, if you take this expression and put this equal to 0 then or equal to something, okay, what you get is an equation. So, you know, here variables of this expression are x, y, z and so on. Okay, there can be variables, okay, it can be something which does not have a fixed value. Here you don't know what is the value of x, but you can take different x. If you take x equal to 1, you will get one value. If you take x equal to 2, you will get 4 2s are 8 plus 5, which is 13. X equal to 1, you will get 4 1s are 4 plus 5 9. So based on the value of x, you will get different values of this expression. So you see, the value of the variable is not fixed. Okay, so these are some of the things that you have already learned. So let us go through it and see also what is an equation. An equation is a condition on a variable such that two expressions in the variable should have equal value. Okay, so you have these two. This is an equation and the condition on variable such that the two expressions on this side as well as this side, they should have same value. Okay, they should have same value. Then it is called an equation. Now you already know a variable will take different numerical values and its values are not fixed. And you also know that variables are usually denoted by letters like x, y, z, a and so on. Okay, these are some of the things you already know. Now in an equation there is an equality sign. So you have an equality sign. This is called the equality sign or equal to sign in the equation. The equality sign shows that the value of the expression to the left of the sign. So it shows that the equation equal to means the value of the equation or the value of the expression which is to the left, okay, or the left hand side is equal to the value of the expression on the right hand side. Now the left hand side is denoted by LHS. Okay, that this is the left side and this is your right side. So this is denoted as LHS and the right hand side is written as RHS. So if you see, these are some of the examples of the equations. If you see here, in this equation, on both the sides you have expressions like this. But here you have expression on the left side, but there is a number on the right side. So you can have different types of equations like this. Okay. Another important thing you have to note down is the equation 2x plus 1 is equal to 65 is the same as 65 is equal to 2x plus 1. So this means what? In equation remains the same when the expressions on the left and the right side are interchanged. Even if you interchange, if your right hand side you write on the left hand side and this to the right hand side, still the equation is the same. This equation is not different from this equation. They are the same. So which one you write to the left and right doesn't make a difference. Now since you know what is an equation, let us form an equation based on the statements which are given to you. So the first example says, write the following statements in the form of equation. The first example is the sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. So now you have to write this statement in the form of equation. First let us see what is given here. The sum of 3 times x. So how do you write 3 times x? 3 times x is written as 3x. The sum of 3 times x and 11. So what is the sum means? When you add 3 times x and 11, the value is 32. So what is sum of 3 times x? That is 3x and 11. Sum of 3x and 11 is 3x plus 11. So this is how you write. And it is said the sum of 3 times x and 11, that is 3x plus 11 is 32. So it is given that this sum is equal to 32. So if I want to write it in the form of equation, it will be 3x plus 11 is equal to 32. So this is how we have formed the given statement into equation. Let us see another example. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. So when you are given the statement, break the statements. First it is said 1/4 of m. So how do you denote 1/4 of m? 1/4 of m is m upon 4. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. So 3 more means what? It means 1/4 of m is, it is m upon 4 is greater than 7 by 3. So 1/4 of m is means is equal to m upon 4, that is 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7 means 7 plus 3. If it was 3 less than 7, then it would be 7 minus 3. So here it is 3 more than 7. So 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. That is m upon 4 is 10. This is another equation. Let us see the third example. 1/3 of a number plus 5 is 8. Now you don't know what is the number. So let us take the number to be x, y, z. You can take anything. So let the number be x. So break the statement. 1/3 of a number. So what will be 1/3 of this number? 1/3 of this number is x upon 3. 1/3 of a number plus 5 means what? X plus 3 plus 5. What is x plus 3 plus 5 written as? X upon 3 plus 5. So this number is 8 means x plus 3 plus 5 is means equal to 8. So this is the equation for this statement. Now in this type of examples, next type, you are given the equations and you have to form the statements based on the equation. The question says, convert the following equations to statements. The equation given to you is x minus 5 is equal to 9. Means what? When you take away or when you subtract 5 from x, you get 9. We can write it as 5 taken away from x gives 9. So when you subtract or subtracting 5 from x is 9. You can write this in different ways. This is not the only way. You can write it in different ways. This is one of the ways you can write this particular equation in the form of a statement. Second one, 5p is equal to 20. Means what? 5p means 5 times p or 5 times a number is 20. You can either write this as 5 times a number is 20 or 5 times p is 20. Both the ways you can write. Next one, 3n plus 7 is equal to 1. Means what? 3 times a number plus 7 gives you 1. You can write it like that, or you can say add 7 to 3 times n to get 1. So this is not the only way. You can write in different ways. Now let us look at this next type. In the next question, it is asked, check whether the equation is satisfied. So you are given this equation x plus 3 is equal to 0. And it is said that put the value of x as 3 here and check whether left hand side and right hand side are equal. This is how you check whether the given value satisfies the equation. So what is LHS here? Left hand side is x plus 3. So when I put the value of x as 3, what do I get? LHS is equal to 3 plus 3, which is 6. But on the right hand side it is 0. So you see 3 plus 3 is 6, which is not equal to right hand side because right hand side is 0. So you have to write the equation, or the equation is not satisfied at the x equal to 3. Let us take the second one. X plus 3 is equal to 0. You have to check whether the equation is satisfied at x equal to 0. So when x is 0, what is your LHS? LHS is 0 plus 3 is equal to 3, right? And RHS is 0. So you see LHS is not equal to RHS. So therefore it is not satisfied. Now let us see the fourth type. The fourth type says set up an equation in the following case. So you are given different cases and you are asked to set up an equation here. The first case is Raju's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. Raju's father's age is given to be 44 years old. Set up an equation to find Raju's age. So when you are given something like this here, see what is asked here. It is asked that you have to find Raju's age. So we do not know Raju's age. So let us take his age to be X years. We can take X, Y, Z, anything. So I have taken X here. So let us take it to be X years. Okay. Now let us break this statement. Raju's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. So what is 3 times Raju's age? 3 times Raju's age is 3x years. 3 times Raju's age is 3x years. It is said Raju's father's age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. So his father's age will be 3x plus 5 years. Okay. So Raju's father is 3x plus 5 years old. It is given that Raju's father's age is 44 years. Means what? We found his age is this. So 3x plus 5 should be equal to 44. So this is the required equation. Now let us solve another example. The teacher tells the class that the highest marks obtained by a student in her class is twice the lowest marks plus 7. The highest score is 87. Okay, so you have to find the equation here. They said take the lowest score to be L. So let the lowest score be L. It is given that the teacher tells the class that the highest marks obtained by a student in her class is twice the lowest marks plus 7. So what is twice the lowest mark? Twice the lowest marks is 2L. And it is said highest marks obtained is 7 more than twice the lowest marks. So it is 2x plus 7. So this is it. And it is given highest score is 87. Means what? 2x plus 7 should be equal to 87. So this is the required equation. So this is how you transform the given statements in the form of equation. Now once you know how to find the equations, now you should know how to solve the equations and find what is asked in the question. So for this, let us see the next section which says solving an equation. So how to solve an equation. So in this, we'll see what you have to do when you are asked to find the solution or solve an equation. Okay. In this, we have to observe some rules. It says if we add same number to both the sides of an equality, then the equation still remains the same and it is in balance and it does not change. What does it mean? You know 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. If I add plus 2 to this left hand side, I get 5 plus 1 plus 2 which is 8. And right hand side is 6 plus 2 which is 8. So you see both the sides I get the same thing. So if I add the same number to both the sides of the equation, still they are equal and it does not change. Okay. So consider the equation x plus 3 is equal to 8. We shall add 3 on both the sides. So what do you get? X plus 3 is equal to 8 plus 3. So x plus 6 is equal to 11. Still the equality will not change. Second rule says if we subtract the same number from both the sides of an equality, still the equality holds true. It does not change. Suppose we have 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Suppose I subtract 2 on this side, then I get 3 plus 1 minus 2 which is 4 minus 2 equal to 2. On the right hand side, this is LHS, this is RHS. On the right hand side, 4 minus 2 is 2. So still left hand side and right hand side are equal. So even if I subtract same numbers from both the sides of the equations still are equal. So if I use that here, means you have x plus 5 is equal to 8. So x plus 5 minus 3 will be equal to 8 minus 3. So this is 5 minus 3 is 2. So x plus 2 is equal to 5. But if you subtract different numbers, if you have minus 3 is equal to 8 minus 2, then the equation will not be balanced. It is not the same. Same number you have to add or subtract. Let us go to the next one. If we multiply or divide both the sides of the equality by the same number, which is non-zero number, still the equation remains the same. Okay. So if 5x minus 2 is equal to 1, I am multiplying 3 on this side, and if I multiply 3 on this side also, still then they are equal. Okay. So I get here 3 into 5 is 15. So 15x into 3 into 2 is 6. So minus 6 is equal to 3. Now if I divide, means if I divide this side by 2, this side also if I divide by 2, right hand side, then the two equations are equal. So the equations are balanced. So these are the things you have to remember to solve a given equation. So based on this, let us solve some examples. The first one is you have to solve 3n plus 7 is equal to 25.